Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. It may be stormy outside today, but it'll be stormy inside too. Andy's got the rundown.
Sam, last week we talked to Jessica Sferrazza. Then breaking news interfered. Today we have that interview. And then we talked to CJ Hadley, feisty publisher of Range magazine. Sam?
And coming up on the Power Pundit panel today, Chris Barrett, Bill Billiou, Alfredo Alonso, and Dick Gammic. It's all coming up next on the all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
Nevada Newsmakers, brought to you in part by Charter Communication.
The Abowed family has an appetite for dialogue. Agree or disagree, have the conversation. All opinions are welcome. Since 1977, Adele's.
Catch us straight, dine at 8. Lucky you. Lucky you. Dance till 1. Have some fun. Lucky you. Lucky you. Taste the shrimp. Have a sip. Try the pool. Play it cool. At the Sienna Hotel Spa Casino. Lucky you.
In business, the key to success is not the quantity of your clients, it's the quality of your clients. Almost all companies will tell you they want more sales, but what they really need are quality customers who pay their bills on time. With Employer Link's client vendor screening program, we provide comprehensive reports regarding the financial performance of your corporate prospects, customers, and vendors. Build your business with great clients and vendors. Call Employer Links today at 883-3733.
If you own a business and want to maximize your company's potential, join the Retail Association of Nevada. Our membership benefits include the Nevada Retail Network Self-Insured Group, providing workers' compensation coverage that can lower your rates. That savings can go directly to your bottom line. We are an effective pro-business organization that lobbies on behalf of our business members. The Retail Association of Nevada, protecting Nevada businesses for 35 years. Call 882-1700 to see what we can do for your organization.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad, political analyst Ande Engleman on No Holds Barred Political Forum. Now, from the News 4 Broadcast Center, here's Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we welcome Jessica Sferrazza to the program. She's Reno City Councilwoman up for re-election this year. Pleasure to have you on here. Got to launch into one thing right off the bat.
How great she looks.
She looks terrific, but that's not my place to say, okay? Mayor Cashel has talked about whether there's a value or not to having the city council meetings on community access television. And I want to make a plea right here on television for all of us who do not have time to come down to city council, but are happy to spend portions of our weekends watching these city council meetings, the county commission meetings, Spark City Council meetings, Board of Equalization. I don't watch all of it all the time, but it is so wonderful to have it there, and it is complete and free access to information that is coming straight from the horse's mouths. And even though I know that there are wackos on there and people who make morons of themselves during the public speaking time, we know who they are. We don't believe them when we see things written about them in the newspaper, because we actually see them making fools of themselves on television. So for all of us who want to know what's going on with our government, please, please keep funding SingCat, and we want to keep watching those city council meetings.
How long was that? A minute?
I don't
2
know,
minutes?
but it's even more important than our show.
I agree with you.
I would rather our show didn't air and the city council meetings did, because I think it's that important.
Well, Sam, I couldn't agree with you more. I think the public's business should be done on the access television. I can't tell you how many people call and tell me, hey, congratulations on the decision you made today, or why did you make that decision? I watched you on SingCat today, and I just think it's appropriate to do the job, and the public has a right to know how we're spending their money.
Why is it that the mayor wants to?
Well, I think it's been misconstrued. I think what he wants to do, in addition to televising the meetings, is he wants to have additional programs and spend more money going out and educating the public on what we're doing. And so I think it's been misconstrued, but certainly a question for him, but it was brought up at the retreat, and I think he clarified what his decision was on that, or where he was going, that he did not want to cut off SingCat for the council meetings.
Okay, let's get some issues. Let's talk about this retreat. Retreat was supposed to last 2 days. It lasted 1 day. Did you end up singing Kumbaya? I've never seen a city council so together.
Well, Sam, we do disagree. I mean, that's what makes a council great. We just respect each other, and I think that's great too. We had a great retreat. We focused on
understand, I don't even like the word retreat. I mean,
I think the mayor and I are on the same page on this one. We just don't like the touchy-feely kind of good stuff that usually we spend a day on at a retreat. We went straight down to business, talked about the issues, how we want more code enforcement officers, more police officers, keep focusing on the downtown, and really focus on our neighborhoods, neighborhood plans. There were so many issues that were discussed, and I think we all want to move the city forward in a positive direction.
All right, top 3 issues.
Top 3 issues, well, I would say code enforcement.
Meaning?
The code enforcement, we've gotten several complaints on code issues
code?
In the city. The mayor has done the Reno Clean and Green campaign. We have had tremendous success. In fact, we went over budget $70,000 with our hazardous waste collection, but the council is totally supportive. We'd rather have a city event like that than hazardous waste being dumped in our rivers. So people have said more code enforcement officers. We're going to hire additional code enforcement officers. Also, police was another
what about
complaint.
Will taxes have to go up to pay for this?
No, there was a tax increase last year, but the council was committed to hiring 6 additional officers per year. But also we've had, through attrition, we've lost several officers, so we're getting back up to our staffing levels again, and that's why we're getting more bookings into the Washoe County Jail.
All right, but why are we going to spend money on telling the public, which essentially looks like government propaganda, what you're doing? I mean, I think broadcasting the meetings is the appropriate thing to do where people can watch, but to spend extra dollars on little PR.
I don't agree with that. I don't think we should do that. I think we have public access television, as you're aware. I don't think we should be tooting our own horn. People know what we're doing out there. It's in the paper. We come on your show, and that's our job as council members, to get out there in the public and let people
downtown.
know.
Let's talk about. I work just outside of downtown core, right by City Hall, and I am just seeing nothing but improvements. The kayak park is just awesome. I love going to the Sienna and having lunch and watching the kayakers coming down and the ducks. And this condominium project, half sold out already before they've even put a brick in. They want to put another building up. Silver Peak is moving into the downtown area and having faith. Got the new jazz club coming in. It looks like things are going well. Am I just looking at it with rose-colored glasses or what?
No, things are going great. I mean, that jazz club is EJ's, it's called. It's a really great place, great Cajun food. I think things are really going well downtown. And actually, those condos, 100%. They have reservations for 100% of the condos down there. And I think once you get people to take ownership in downtown, you're going to see more changes along the way too. The kayaking course, things are just really going well downtown. We're really making great efforts to clean it up down there.
That's great.
Are you surprised?
No, I'm not surprised. I think it's, as we run out of developable land in the city of Reno, we're going to get more infill projects coming into us. I mean, the price of real estate, as you know, is skyrocketing out there, and we're really working well with developers to start making things happen and giving incentives for people to come and build in our downtown core.
I have to say, I'm just thrilled to see the city council getting along and opposing views being heard, but not fighting. At least publicly.
As it used to be.
Yeah. Jessica Sferrazza, thanks for being here. You're
Thanks
welcome back
for having
anytime.
me.
We'll be right back on Nevada Newsmakers after this.
Thank you.
Atlantis is cooking up a party. It's every diner's paradise. Toucan Charlie's Buffet and Grill, voted Reno's best buffet by locals year after year. Experience the Mongolian barbecue, new Asian station, and sumptuous exhibition stations filled with fresh entrees, salads, and desserts. Try the Friday night seafood buffet and Sunday champagne brunch.
Would you like to savor a Trento pork chop? Or maybe pasta rags with grilled chicken? Hugo's Tuscan Grill at D'Andrea is a celebration of color, flavor, and freshness. Each dish is created from natural, wholesome foods that is delicious and nutritious. Hugo's is a comfortable restaurant with breathtaking city views. If you enjoy great food and good company, visit us here at Hugo's. It's the best that dining can be. 2900 South D'Andrea Parkway in Sparks.
Allegra is Northern Nevada's #1 offset printing and digital copying facility.
From disc to destination, Allegra utilizes tomorrow's technology today. We specialize in booklets, catalogs, manuals, newsletters, stationery, and envelopes.
Xerox, Docutech, 4-color printing with Heidelberg Speedmaster, desktop publishing and design, graphic services, pickup and delivery.
If you need printing, Allegra can do it. From disc to destination.
To experience the royal cuisine of India, you need some serious magic or simply transport yourself to India Garden, right here in Reno, where you'll discover Indian specialties refined over centuries. Sikh kebab, tandoori dishes cooked in our own tandoor oven, biryani specialties, curries, fresh-baked Indian bread, over a dozen vegetarian dishes, even dishes rare to India like dosa, South Indian-style crepes. India Garden off South Virginia near Sports West. We are India.
And now, back to Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad and Ande Engleman.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we always like to declare our conflicts of interest on this program, and I have to say that one of my best friends is here, CJ Hadley. She's the publisher on Range Magazine and also edits it, and she's just come out with a brand new book called The Romance and Reality of Ranching. Why'd you put out the book?
A lot of reasons, really, but I think it's in 40 years of publishing and a lot of pain, it's the only one I've ever been able to cuddle. It is a very happy book. It's a good book. It's a positive book. And I think, Sam, you know that I've been publishing Range Magazine for 15 years. And we started Range because of conflict in the resource industry. I like food producers. I think they're the most important people in the world. And Range is an advocate for food producers. Well, with 46 quarterly issues to date and 12 special reports on, water, endangered species, wetlands takings, and private property annihilation and bad things like that, we decided we'd do something that I consider good news, and we call it The Romance and Reality of Ranching, and we're covering the same people, farmers and cowboys and sheepherds in the American West.
And that's what the public is seeing, the cover of the book right now, and we'll be showing some pictures from the book throughout this interview. So
the cover of the book actually is the Spanish Ranch in Elko County, and I was lucky enough to ride with the buckaroos up there and spend a few days, and they're sleeping in teepees and got 5 horses each, to go out and brand cattle in the sagebrush, and got a lot of really nice pictures out there with those little buckaroos.
All right, let's talk about Range Magazine a little bit here. You weren't real pleased with Bruce Babbitt and the Clinton administration. How's the Bush administration been doing as far as the ranchers and the farmers?
The Bush administration has had its hands kind of full with Iraq and 9/11 and a lot of other things, and they're actually doing good things for the resource industries, but they're doing it incredibly slowly, and I do need a second term for Bush in order to put forward the programs that they promised during, when they were he was trying to get elected. So we're going to do a story in the next issue, Range. It's about the Secretary of Interior, Agriculture, and some of the women that he's hired and what they're trying to do to make it easier and better for the land and better for the people. And I think it will show if he gets 8 years in office.
now there's been some recent movement in Congress as far as the grazing fees are concerned, and as far as lowering those.
No, the grazing fees have just gone up.
Oh, they went up?
Yeah,
Okay.
because the price of beef has gone up, and it's always, it connects to the price of beef.
Oh.
And I think that very few people in the world have a small business and they're not in control of their product, but cowboys and sheepherds are not in control of their product, which is why the government is involved in that grazing fee. But the main things that are happening are, there are some terrible things in Congress which are detrimental to ranching. One is the Wildlands Project, and there's a bill in Congress put forth by a guy from New Jersey. There's another one by a guy from Connecticut, and they're putting in laws which are going to restrict private property use and cattle and sheep grazing in the American West. And to tell you the truth, they have no idea what they're doing, and it is detrimental to the country, not just to the West and not just to rural communities, but to the future of the country. It's serious. What we do at Range, we do with intense passion and a number of tears and huge numbers of Kleenex.
Well, I want to say we did invite somebody from the Nature Conservancy to be here today, but she's in Washington, D.C. today, probably lobbying on something against you. And
yeah, I think so.
And they didn't send anybody in her place, so that's why we don't have anyone from the other side.
And I must admit, what I found was very interesting was we had a couple of people from there as guests, not on the show, but in the studio, and they all said that they had subscriptions to Range magazine. So you're certainly reaching those folks.
We did a special report called Nature's Landlord, The Arrogance of the Nature Conservancy, and since then we've had this surge of subscribers from Nature Conservancy from coast to coast. And we also, because of our special report, the Washington Post 3 months later did a special report. Then Senator Grassley from Iowa, Senator Baucus from Montana is doing an investigation against their business practices. Now the IRS is sitting in their office, and a beautiful man from Harvard University who is checking into the practices of the Nature Conservancy says they call this company transparent. It's like hitting a brick wall, and that just happened. So I think that Range magazine is going to show to be quite right about the Nature Conservancy. And they only have 3 billion and we have 20,000, so it's kind of an imbalance here at the moment.
And people, if they want to get back issues of Range magazine, you stock all those so people can...
Anybody calls 1-800-RANGE for you, they can buy anything they would like, and it's fairly cheap.
Okay. All right. I just want to ask you about mad cow disease. What was your response when you first heard the news that there was a sick cow in the United States?
Well, the sad thing about that is the sick cow is a dairy cow, and the disease does not come from beef cattle. The dairy industry is not accused of anything with mad cow. The beef industry is, so it's completely wrong. The fact that there's one cow that's sick out of so many billion, it's actually not even hardly worth noticing, except for the fact that the public panic. I think it's good what the Department of Agriculture is doing. I think it's good what the beef industry is doing. The publicity they're putting out to say there is nothing to worry about. We do not feed, parts of animals to parts of animals. England did. Canada got, I mean, it's a bad thing, and yes, they're controlling it, but what's happening here is nothing compared to the other agonies in this country. It's not even hardly worth talking about. You get more disease from lettuce than you do from one dairy cow in Washington.
To say the least. The book is called The Romance and Reality of Ranching. Where can people buy this?
They can buy it at Sundance Books in Reno, I believe. It will be on national bookstores fairly soon, even though it's almost sold out. We've only had it out for 2 months, and there's only maybe 1,000 copies left. And they can get it from Range Magazine in Carson City, Nevada. They can call 1-800-RANGE for you, and we take Visa and MasterCard.
C.J. Hadley.
And vegetarians better watch that lettuce.
Yeah, well, the red meat survivors will certainly get a kick out of reading this book. We'll be right back on Nevada Newsmakers. Thanks for being here, C.J.
Before you head to Carson, take care of yourself with a visit to Tamarack Junction. Catch a hot cup of coffee and the morning news on one of our 32 TVs and enjoy the best food in South Reno. Tamarack Junction, your junction for fun. South Virginia and Amati Ranch Parkway.
The Abowed family has an appetite for dialogue. Agree or disagree, have the conversation. All opinions are welcome. Since 1977, Adele's.
Your home is an expression of all things comforting and familiar. For custom storage, you can count on California Closets to provide quality, value, and design integrity. The process is easy, combining your personal style with our organizing expertise. We care about what matters most to you, making your home functional and beautiful. California Closets, simplifying home and life since 1978. Call today for your complimentary design consultation.
Sign up for Wells Fargo free checking. You get more than free checking. You get the freedom to bank when and where you want. Wells Fargo, the next stage.
Make your daily commute easy with breakfast or lunch at the Tamarack Junction. Enjoy daily specials, super fast service, and South Reno's freshest morning meals. Tamarack Junction, your junction for fun. South Virginia and Amati Ranch Parkway.
And now, back to Nevada Newsmakers with Sam Shad and Ande Engleman.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we have a panel all fired up here. Bill Bilyeu is with us.
Good morning.
We've got Chris Barrett with us.
Good morning.
And also Alfredo Alonso and Dick Gammic. Let's start out, Chris, you wanted to kind of respond to my diatribe about CINCAT, the Community Access Television.
I think when the city council, I think it was the mayor that announced that they wanted to look at the validity of CINCAT on TV. It's my understanding that he's not recommending they do away with it. He's recommending that they look at the $300,000 they spend annually to, to make sure that that's the right place to be spending that. If there's a better way to communicate with the citizens out there, let's go do it. If it's not, let's cancel it. It's my understanding that the viewership is not as high as it should be for that type of
They have no ratings for those
expenditure.
channels. They have no ratings. They have no way of knowing how many people are watching, any more so than they do on Channel 12 or on any of the regular cable channels. The only channels that have ratings would be the network affiliates that are rated on 4 times a year. But apart from that, it would totally be public response. But anybody else watch any community access television at all? City council?
I think CINCAT's a great tool for the community. Obviously, people who may not be able to get a chance to get down to city government or local government get to watch it at home. However, I think it has been abused. I think there are some individuals that tend to play to the cameras rather than.
But don't they come off as idiots to you?
I'm not going to say they're idiots.
I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. They come off as idiots or wackos, and I think the good thing is when you see it. But when you see it, but when you see it in the paper, you just read about so and so said so and so. You might give some credibility to that. But when somebody's up there playing a guitar at a city council meeting, you go, this guy has no validity. He's a moron.
And the most ironic thing of all is that the individual you're speaking of could probably be very effective.
Let's name Sam Dene. I like Sam Dene, but I think what he does is moronic.
He brings up some good issues. The thing that offends me most at those meetings is not so much Sam playing his guitar, it's the screaming and yelling and name calling that some of the other individuals go to. They make that absolutely nothing positive comes out of it. They call those people everything under the world, and they scream and yell at them and have a tirade up there like a little child throwing a fit, and that's uncalled for.
I agree with that, but again, the point is that the public gets to see these people acting this way, and it takes away all the credibility they might have to any of their issues, and that's what's important is we're getting to see what we would see if we went down to the city council chambers, and I don't see anything.
I think it's a very, very, very big point, because the print media does not always cover events, and they cannot really translate what went on.
No, because it would be commentary in the article to say, somebody got up and played their guitar and looked like an idiot. I mean, and there's no place for this. All right, let's move on here, because Dick, you kind of want to address a little bit of the direction you have some concerns about the growth, shall we say, of the influence of the city of Reno, according to some city council members.
Yeah, I'll start off by a lot of the things that have happened with the city council now. All the years I've been here, goodness, almost 40 years now in this area. This is probably one of the most functioning, best city councils we've had on getting things done and working together and doing things. But I heard an interview not too long ago from one of the councilmen that kind of raised my eyebrows and caused some concern, because the question he was asked is, where do you see the city limits for the city of Reno going? They were talking about growth and all this annexation and everything's going on. And his answer was to Oregon. So what are we doing here? Does Reno have the plan of taking over the whole county? Is that their objective? Are they going to become the county of Reno? Are they going to become the state of Reno? I mean, where are we going with this? And that does cause me some concern. The government bodies need to be working together, not fighting with each other and trying to dominate.
I agree with Dick. I think you're going to have those type of comments from time to time, and I think that there should be more responsibility behind those comments. Obviously, we want better planning. We certainly don't want Reno taking over the entire state of Nevada, although some probably would. Although, I think it comes down to just simply a little less animosity between the county and the city, and I think we're seeing that with this council. It's getting better.
Bill, you have
I got annexed into the city, and I still haven't gotten over that. But no, it is a natural thing for cities to expand their boundaries, and they will expand them as far as they feel it's in their interest, economic interest, to do so. It's just natural.
It is a planning issue, and it comes down to services as well. What makes the most sense? Who makes the most sense to be that provider of what service? And I think the council and the county commission and the city of Sparks are going through those issues right now. That's why we need to get back to the issue of consolidation of these regional services.
Very much so, very much so.
Okay, wanted to raise one last issue. We've got about a minute, so a pretty quick response from all of you. Fandango, the place where you can buy movie tickets in advance, 74% sold out for Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Christ. Does that surprise you?
No, and to me it's kind of interesting because I've had some real concerns about where our morality is going, and to see this much interest generated, no matter what your religious beliefs are, to see this much interest generated in a religious area is encouraging to me.
Okay, we have about 10 seconds.
Best marketing job I've ever seen. I hope the film's just as good.
Great marketing job.
Popular issue, popular actors in that, so what do you expect?
So basically, Latin and Aramaic are coming back.
I hope so.
Yeah. And we thought it was just for doctors. We'll be right back on Nevada Newsmakers after this.
It's America's largest historical district, and it's fun for the entire family. Virginia City is where the West comes alive every day, from train rides to gunslingers. Your gang can explore mines and interesting museums, visit historic saloons, and do some great shopping. Virginia City is the ultimate in family entertainment, and it's very affordable. Come up and stay overnight in our hotels, motels, and RV park. Virginia City, the Wild West at its best.
I tell you, John, this industry has really changed.
Tell me about it.
You seem to do pretty well last year. What's your secret?
No secrets. Although I'll tell you something. The smartest thing I did was sign up with Pro Group Management.
Really? Yeah, they do workers' comp, right?
Yeah, their services are great. And get this, they saved me 30%. I've heard they saved others 50%.
That works for me.
Pro Group Management. Finally, workers' comp that works for you.
Atlantis is cooking up a party. It's every diner's paradise. Toucan Charlie's Buffet and Grill, voted Reno's best buffet by locals year after year. Experience the Mongolian barbecue, new Asian station, and sumptuous exhibition stations filled with fresh entrees, salads, and desserts. Try the Friday night seafood buffet and Sunday champagne brunch.
Atlantis.
When you sign up for Wells Fargo free checking, you get more than free checking. You get the freedom to bank when and where you want. Wells Fargo, the next stage.
Nevada Newsmakers, brought to you in part by Charter Communication.
A busy show and another busy one coming up tomorrow.
Yes, finally we have that interview with Robin Mercer-Levy tomorrow, and Don Carlson's going to do an analysis of what's going on with the elections.
And you'll be here maybe if it doesn't snow too much.
If it, yeah, depending upon the snow, whether or not the passes are open.
I'll buy you some skis. We'll see you next time.